Seattle-Tacoma International Airport is the largest airport in the Pacific Northwest, serving over 50 million passengers every year. NECA contractor Kolkay Electric has been working on modernization efforts at the airport for over a decade. Their most recent project, upgrading Checkpoint 1, has transformed the face of the airport, creating a beautiful new space ready for the future of air travel.
SeaTac Airport is one of the busiest airports in the nation. We knew how difficult it was going to be to work with the entities such as TSA, FAA, along with the Port of Seattle. It was a very short window to get this work done. They wanted to get it done before the cruise season started. So they really pushed the schedule and they would not allow for any delays. And that's why I have project managers and my foreman.
My name is Chris Schooley and I am a foreman for Kolkay Electric.
And my name is Sylvia Fresnetto Iverson, and I am the project manager for this project.
Do you remember the first day that we started on this project together?
Yes, I remember thinking, wow, this is going to be a lot of coordination and paperwork putting together for this project. Really helped being out here and seeing it all put together.
I think my favorite part of this job is being able to come back to this airport and say that I worked on this checkpoint. It's super cool. This is the entryway, the portal to Checkpoint 1. All of this awning area is all new with all the new screens, FIDSs, all the lighting in this area is new.
All the cameras.
All the power, every aspect of this area is modernized. One thing that I really like about this area is the mirror finish on all the walls and how they were able to bring the signage out through this mirror finish.
Yeah, it's very unique, something I've never seen.
This was a lot harder than you would imagine. There is a lot of power and communications that go into these screens that are above this portal, and then actually routing it to get it to where it needs to go. Some of this stuff needed to go down 2 levels to be able to get to where we needed to be on this level.
Yeah, and the lighting inside underneath the escalator, that was a design change and trying to figure out how to put that lighting together and the pieces that we needed and how to make that lighting look like a continuous light. The lighting is definitely a challenge when it comes to any of the security because you have to have the right amount of light for the cameras, be able to see your face. The art wall definitely makes it a little bit more appealing as well. You know, when you're waiting in line, you can look at all the cool things that are in there and it just gives you something to look at. We did the lighting and finally getting to see it come together and what they put inside of it was really neat.
What they decided on,
yeah,
definitely interesting.
It gives you definitely a very zen moment before you start hitting the high stress of flying.
Saying zen and then look at this cat.
The cat.
You know, the aspect of this grand staircase, I really like the lighting that we added to this handrail.
So we put some lighting in underneath the stairwell here, and during the day you can't really tell that it's here, but at night it just illuminates these stairs.
The power comes up through the actual post here. And then we hit it inside the railing itself. So as you can see, these little cap nuts is basically holding a bracket underneath there. Stainless steel is very hard to drill into, and there's over 100 of these going up this grand staircase. All that lighting up there in the ceiling, that's all going around existing systems and structures. It's very difficult in some areas.
We had to rent a lift outside of the state, a 77-foot capacity lift to get up to the high ceilings. Remember trying to get it in the airport because we can't take apart the doors, so we had to get a lift skinny enough to make it through those doors. And just...
But it's got to be tall enough to reach the
ceiling. Yep. Knowing where all the lights had to be. They had to be in a certain spot in order to shine down on the TSA. We had to work around in the public. Obviously, we still had people everywhere, and we had to make sure that we had all our parts and pieces when we were up there, you know.
There was definitely a big audience watching us work. It was
really cool in the end. I mean, obviously the challenge with the plane, we had to work around that too. And
both planes we had to work around, so it's not the easiest thing when you got a plane just floating in a building and you have to be up above it.
Yeah, no room for error, no dropping bolts, no nothing. It feels great. This project, there was a lot of years into this, and to know that it's done and Now finally people can get to their flights a lot easier. There's a lot more organization. It's really neat. It's crazy that we were a part of this. Like anytime anyone goes to the airport, I tell them, hey, check out checkpoint 1. I was a part of it.
Yep, and it's something that we can say for the rest of our lives probably.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be the first one of many more areas in this airport, and I look forward to our next project here at the airport.
Yeah.